In my last video, I explained my one-step method to teach yourself how to sing and strum at the same time. That one step is to pick a song that's conducive for singing while strumming. So let's do another one. Rinse and repeat until we're confident in our skills and ready to get out there with the music. We actually had great suggestions in the comments for songs that are easy to sing and play guitar at the same time, but today I'm gonna walk you through For What It's Worth by Buffalo Springfield. And at the end of the video, I'm also going to share a bonus with you. The one and only tool you need to get started making music for people in public. So stick around for that as well. For What It's Worth is a bluesy, folk rockish song from the 60s. This was the second song I ever learned how to sing and play at the same time. I guess I was a hippie kid back then. This was the kind of stuff that I liked. This song is great for learning how to sing with guitar because the chorus, chords, and vocal melody have almost the same rhythm. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. If this is your first song singing and strumming, then start with just one strum per chord, just like I just did. Then work up to 2 strums each chord. Stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going. And when you're really comfortable, you can start adding decorations. But I don't really do a whole lot of that with this song. Stop, children, what's that sound? So taking it from the top, the song starts with a cool, vibey electric guitar line that I like to mimic with harmonics. E, 2, 3, 4. B, 2, 3, 4. Then the acoustic guitar layers in. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. It's actually hard for me to count that and play it. Notice that I'm not letting all of the notes ring. I'm cutting the first note in each lick short. I'm just kind of getting my hand in there. I don't really know much about what I'm doing as far as technique. So I'm kind of plucking and then bringing my palm down. This is a good example of the golden rule in music, which is if it sounds good, it is good. Nobody taught me how to do that. I was just trying to get the sound. And I don't know if it was the right technique or not. I don't really care. You shouldn't care. If it works, it works. As of right now, I'm granting you a license to play however you need to play to get the effect you're trying to get the sound, to get the song done, to make the music. It's actually really cool to play both parts of the intro at the same time. I can't do that with the harmonics, but if I just play with open strings, I can pull it off. But instead of an E going up to a higher B, it's gonna have to be an E coming down to a lower B. And it works. I start with the harmonics, and then on the second loop, I bring it down to the open strings so that I can throw in the other line. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a cheat, but I like it. Nobody's ever complained about it. Coming to verse 1, do you remember in part 1 when I taught you the easiest strumming pattern in the world? We're gonna do that. It's only 2 chords for these verses, an E and an A dominant 7th. Down, chop, up, chop, down, chop, up, chop, down, chop, up, chop, down, chop, up, chop. There's something happening here. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a gun over there telling me I've got to beware. It's time to stop, children, what's that sound? Everybody look what's going down. And into the second verse. Notice how I went back to the intro between the chorus and the next verse, doing both of those parts together again with that cheat. For verse 2, I strum it about the same, but I accent differently. Accents are notes, or in this case strums, that receive emphasis to give an effect. Usually emphasized means louder, but it's not really that simple. In music, it's called phrasing. And as you get comfortable with the songs you're playing, you're gonna do it naturally. You don't really have to think about it too much. You'll grow in experience, and eventually the technical side of this is just gonna be second nature, which is gonna free up your mind to be thinking about your expression. Don't worry about it now. It'll happen on its own with practice. Verse 3 is also identical on paper. The phrasing might change a little bit again, but there is something interesting that happens in verse 3 with the vocals that you might want to tinker with. Do you have a friend? If you do, you can get them to sing this vocal counter melody against you singing the lyrics. What a field day for the Who. 1,000 people in the Or if you're playing guitar with a singer who's covering the lyrics, you could chime in on the third verse with the woo-woos. And if you're watching this and you don't have a friend, I'm your friend. Verse 4 is where it gets interesting because the strum does change. On the recording, it's like this. But those triplets at the end of the phrase, they kind of make it hard to keep the time. So I play it like this. Chop, strum, bass, down. Chop, strum, bass, drum. Paranoia strikes deep. Sometimes I like to decorate the strum in verse 4 a lot. Paranoia strikes deep. Into your life it will creep. It starts when you're always afraid. It's bad life. Take you away. It's time we stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody knows what's going down. Stop. Hey, what's that sound? Everybody knows what's going down. That would have been so much cooler if I landed that intro part again at the end. I almost never land that, but it's cool. Everybody's fine with it. Listen, if you can't do a lot of what I'm showing you here, relax. You gotta work up to this stuff. And if you can do all of it and you're saying, Billy, this isn't that impressive, well, I'm not a great guitar player. I'm just a very willing guitar player. I'll make music for people if it makes them happy. You don't have to change the strumming pattern for verse 4. You can just do it the same. It's all good. Just do what you can, and the rest will come in time. But what I don't want you to do is wait until you feel like you're ready before you get out there and make music for people. You can do this. Just practice. Use the video. That's why we're here. If you can play a song, any song, then you should give that gift to the people around you. People are lonely. They need it. They need you. But you will need one tool to actually start making music for people in public. An instrument that you're willing to put in harm's way. Think about your guitar right now. Would you be sad if it broke, warped, fell in a lake, got soda spilled on it? If that is not an acceptable risk for you, then that instrument doesn't meet our requirements. You need a kick-around guitar. That's a guitar where it's okay if it gets dinged up or even broken. Most of my guitars are kick-around guitars. This is an old Chinese Martin copy that I love, and it's been with me everywhere. I played this the day my music teacher gave me a license to play for the rest of my life. I've played it on every beach and boardwalk and park bench, around every campfire. How about this? If maybe your first guitar is sitting in some closet somewhere because it doesn't play too good, fix it, set it up, or have a competent tech set it up. Here's my first guitar. It was unplayable, but now it's fantastic. And I use it. It goes places that I wouldn't take any other guitar. But if you really only have one guitar, if your only guitar is a guitar that you don't want to put in harm's way, I made a list of guitars that I would consider if I didn't already have several. The list is in the description. It might give you some ideas. And as always, if you click any of the links in the description, it does help the channel, even if you don't buy that product. So thank you. Now, we actually got a request in the comments section to go a little more in depth on rhythm styles on acoustic guitar. So let's dive into rhythm guitar right here.